Death starts the night over. Hey everyone, it's Chris. In today's video, I'll be discussing Until Dawn 2025. Let's begin this death time loop. Until Dawn 2025 is set in the same universe as the game. While the film features a new standalone story and characters, it also includes elements from the game. 1 year after her sister Melanie disappeared, Clover and her friends venture into the valley where she vanished in search of answers. While exploring an abandoned visitor center, they find themselves stalked by a mass killer who murders them one by one. Trapped in the valley and a death time loop, they are forced to relive the night over and over again. Each night, the threat changes, becoming more terrifying than the last. The group soon realizes they have a limited number of deaths, 13 to be precise, and the only way to escape is to survive until dawn. Now, let's explore the positive aspects of the film: the impressive gore, the monstrous nightmares, and the setting. First, let's talk about the gore. The film features numerous gory kills and significant use of practical effects. While I won't spoil all the kills in the film, my favorite is when the psycho's head gets smashed by a sledgehammer. Nina, Abe, and Max use his sledgehammer and boom! Essentially turns his head into brain matter and mush. I really do like that kill. Probably out of all the kills in the film, that's my favorite. You know, it's kind of like a head stomp when somebody stomps on a victim's head and it explodes. But just imagine that, but with a sledgehammer. Another favorite kill is the exploding tap water, which sends the group of friends exploding into chunks of flesh. This is an excellent use of practical effects featuring blood, guts, and gore. I really do like the use of practical effects with the sledgehammer kill and the exploding tap water because it just looks so visceral. You know, the practical effects really look good. Fun fact, what makes the water so toxic is that it's infected with parasites. While some of the kills occur off-screen and are familiar, the kills we do see are graphic and a highlight of the film. Next comes the monstrous nightmares. These nightmares range from a masked psycho killer to wendigos. The film incorporates various fears from different horror genres, including a possessed witch, a pale-faced stalker, parasites, ghouls, doll faces, and a giant. While some nightmares are more prominent than others, they all fit well within this universe. My personal favorites are the masked psycho killer and the wendigos. The psycho is pulled directly from the game and feels like a throwback to 80s slashers. Silent but deadly. He really reminded me a lot of like Jason Voorhees, which he doesn't really talk. The masked psycho killer doesn't really talk. And I think that's a major similarity to Jason Voorhees. While the designs and origin story of the wendigos were altered in the film, they still provide a few solid jump scares. My only complaint about the wendigos is that their kills are non-existent. Usually in the game, when you are caught by a wendigo, it usually resulted in death. A horrific death, I should say. In the movie, they don't even really kill anybody. They're kind of just there to chase them through the mines or attack them in the woods. Lastly, there is the setting, Gore Valley. The setting evokes the vibes of Silent Hill 2006, a town cursed by a disaster that has affected the town ever since. Now, if you haven't checked out my review of Silent Hill 2006, the film, I'll put the link in the description. And Until Dawn 2025, mining disasters led to the ground collapsing, devouring the town entirely. This resulted in the death of nearly all its residents. After I watched Until Dawn 2025, I was like, wait a minute, a cursed town that was affected by a disaster? Wait a minute, that sounds familiar. What is this, Silent Hill or Until Dawn? So I do like the similarities between each other. Dr. Hill aided the survivors, but instead he trapped them in a death time loop and turn them into wendigos by exploiting fear and cannibalism. That's how it is in the film. Now, in the game, on the Cursed Mountain, once you resulted to cannibalism, that's what turns you into a Wendigo. That's why I pointed out earlier in the video that the Wendigos are one of my favorite monstrous nightmares in the film, but they just altered their designs and origin story too much. They really made it where Dr. Hill was essentially involved and was the reason why there were Wendigos in Gore Valley. Once you venture into Gore Valley, you disappear, and if you don't survive the night, you become a part of it. I really think that was an intriguing idea to add to the mythology. Like, what if there's another cursed location out there that's just as evil or wicked as these different threats that they have to experience on each of these different nights? And what if they were more terrifying than the last? And what if this town was just as evil as everything else involving this death time loop and the monstrous nightmares that lurk in the shadows? Until Dawn 2025 is a gruesome death time loop that blends elements from various horror films. The impressive practical effects engages the viewers in visceral bloodshed and death. The film is packed with Easter eggs and references to the game and its universe. Now, my favorite Easter egg in the film is that Megan wears a necklace, and on the necklace is a butterfly. Now, the main mechanic of Until Dawn the game was the butterfly effect, where a lot of your choices had consequences. Now, I shouldn't really have to explain the butterfly effect to you, but I really do like that minor Easter egg in the film. The atmospheric setting adds another intriguing location to the mythology. If you see Until Dawn 2025 as a standalone narrative, you'll find it to be a solid horror film. Just don't expect anything new or groundbreaking. If you're looking for a story like Until Dawn, just play the original game or the remake. Have you guys seen Until Dawn 2025? Did you play the original game back in 2015? Or did you play the latest remake from 2024? Let me know down in the comments. I'm Spider-ManChris, and I'll see you in the next one.